So how we educate, how we communicate with top management is the source of our business value to get the money from the company.
I think we have time for one last question.
In the Harvard case, I think one of the RICO spokesmen do admit that compared to the Japanese competitors, the financial performance is not as good because of the focus on sustainability, and therefore the share prices are lower.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to, again, working in a Japanese, culturally, because Japanese companies tend to focus on the long term, it's much easier to sort of convince the CEO is easier to be convinced to forget about the short-term share prices and look at the long-term sustainability issues. If you were to change your job today and work with an American company where we think of share prices for the next day and for the next quarter, how can such a company, because clearly in the short run you are harming yourself because you are helping your customers to buy less of your product. How can you actually convince the CEO to take a long-term view there?
First of all, Harvard case study about RICO. The reason why they take RICO as a case study is not the fact that the RICO is doing right. RICO is struggling. RICO is struggling because we have done various good environmental technology innovation or sustainability practices. Even though we are doing right and doing good, but that is not reflected to the stock price or profitability of the company. So big debate at this class is if you are RICO CEO, what you will do. This is the homework of the discussion. So in other words, case study is not meaning good success story. Good struggling story is good case study. So in other words, what I explained to you today is we have not completed journey. We are on the way to achieve to the peak. Still struggling. We are communicating with CEO. So please do not misread that the RICO is doing right. Doing right, but we are on the way to achieve the good peak. And for the next question is how American firm is making a good balance of today's profit and also future prosperity. Quite frequently, I have a communication with various leading companies, CEO or Chief Sustainability Officer at the World Environment Center. But like IBM, Walmart, Coca-Cola, Unilever, their CEO are very much aggressive for environmental sustainability subject. And but we are also talking to various institutional investors like California Pension Fund, so-called CalPlus, or CELES is the organization for institutional investors. Their goal is, of course, to achieve today's profit, today's return. But when they make a good management of money funded from every worker, they need to have a long-term prosperity. And so in other words, a CEO is facing the risk. If they put the priority for today's profit and make less importance for R&D investment or sustainability investment, then they make loss. Because it is risky situation for the future, even though it is good for today's return. So in that sense, SRI, socially responsible investment, we have various questions comes to RICO, like Dow Jones Sustainability Index, named some research, or FTSE for Good Global Index, or German organization ECON, or Carbon Disclosure Project. All those research institutes, their task is to show hidden corporate value for the future prosperity of the organization. So not just seeking for the today's profit, what necessary investment is made for the future. So in other words, water level is here, and above the water level there is a visible financial profit. But underneath of the water, there is a hidden value of the corporation. If underneath of the water is not solid and very flimsy, then there is less future for the investment. So in that sense, socially responsible investment research is reveal the real company's capability beyond just the financial data. So that sort of things is good communication to encourage leading corporations to do right, not just seeking for today's profit. So in that sense, it is necessary to work closely with investors organization or research institute to show what we are doing.
Mr. Kagagawa, I think we've come to the end of the session. May I now invite Mr. Wayne Ken, Director of Singapore Environment Institute, to present a session appreciation and its obligation on environment, safeguard, nature, and cherish. I invite Econ to come on stage for a group photo as well. Okay, thank you. We've come to the end of the session for today. We will be sending you an email with a survey form. We hope to have your valuable feedback. And we will also send you an email for next PSS, maybe sometime next year. And thank you once again for coming. Thank you.